Hello, everyone! I'm going to be reading a bad fanfiction. Now, if you have an idea for a bad fanfiction, or if you've actually read a bad fanfiction, send me the link on Twitter at TheAlleyTop, and I just might read it. I don't own anything except my voice.
Or voices.
So with that, let's get on with this. Lord Shen, Sorrowful Death. Po, what the matter with you? Master Shifu asked, looking as Po awkward, repeating his movements, and last few days been very scattered. This noticed in everything in the Valley of Peace, especially in the Jade Palace. This last day you were some sort of strange. Everything is okay, Master Shifu, hurriedly said Panda. Well, I must go. I want to get some sleep. Bye! And quickly went that nothing had been explained. Master Shifu looked surprised at Po. Po came into his room and tiredly laid down on the bed. Now 3 days had passed since the death of Lord Shen, and a peacock didn't come into the Panda in his dream. Po buried Lord Shen in Gongmen City, and every day came to his grave. Master Shifu and the Furious Five were aware of this, but didn't stop him. They were surprised and angry when Po brought a dead peacock in the Jade Palace, but when Panda told all them, resigned and even helped bury him. But Po not told them that Lord Shen will come someday in his dream. Closing his eyes, Po tried to sleep, hoping that this time Lord Shen would come to him. Where am I? Po thought, wandering on the meadow. He knew that this was a dream, but he really wanted to know where he was. Similar to the Valley of Peace, but it's not it. It's too quiet and peaceful, and no one know there. Shen, are you here? Called Po the peacock. But no one answered. I'm sorry, guys, this is really funny. Po the peacock. It's like Po became a peacock. Anyway. Sorry about that. Shen, are you here? Called Po the peacock, but no one answered. He shouted again, but again no one answered. So the panda walked and shouting until he heard a familiar voice which said with a sneer, I'm here, Po. Stop crying. With your shout you disturb the peace of this place. Po turning. Shen? Thought the panda, and came closer, understanding he sees in front of him a peacock, and came even closer. Shen! Exclaimed Happy Po. Exclaimed Happy Po. Po was so glad to see Shen that he almost shouted from happiness. He exclaimed him and admired him. Lord Shen, standing with a calm look and half-closed eyes, which wasn't a shadow of its former malice and hatred. He was absolutely healthy, and on him wasn't one of those terrible wounds that Po left him. His robe had been like new, not torn, how in the days of his death. Now the peacock just stood looking at the panda, and Po, seeing in his eyes of Lord Shen joy. It looked like a peacock was glad to see him too. Po, Lord Shen said, slowly coming closer. I'm very glad to see you. I've waited so long to meet with you. Long time? Po wandered Po. Past only 3 days, which seems to me an eternity, finished for Panda Lord Shen. Here the time lasts very long time, Po. Where are we, Shen? Asked the panda. Don't you know? Surprised Lord Shen. We are in the heavens, Po. Where else could be so quiet and peaceful if not here? Yep, I could have guessed myself, Po thought. But aloud he said, Yes, where else? At least I met with you, you know. I was so bored. Every day I come to your grave. I know, Lord Shen answered quietly. Was watching you. Really? It's great, said Po. Yes, exactly, said Lord Shen. I know everything that happened during those 3 days, and how you met at Jade Palace, and how you barely crept in training. He chuckled softly. It not funny, said Po. And how going you're going? And how going you're going doing? Have you found your parents? Lord Shen lowered his head sadly, and Po understood that already knows the answer. No, Lord Shen replied sadly. I haven't seen them. Maybe they are angry at me and don't come. Maybe they hate me so much that they don't want to see. Po wanted to comfort poor Peacock, but comforting words are stuck in his throat. Is he able to persuade the unfortunate Shen? This is not true. Therefore he simply said, "No, Shen, you're wrong. They love you and continue to love you. I'm sure you will meet them soon. I promise." "Thank you, Po. Thank you. You're a very good friend, but—" Lord Shen hesitated. "But why are you so kind to me and feel sorry for me? I'm your enemy. I killed your parents." Po didn't know what to say. Yes, Lord Shen had killed his parents and in general all the pandas, and so Po must hate this peacock and want to kill him. But Po became a great pity, the poor peacock. He just want to save his life, he just very afraid of the prophecy. Po come to Lord Shen closer and hug him. Panda felt like he was trembling. "I know, but I'm very sorry for you. I know you were very afraid of the prophecy. I forgive you." And Po even more firmly hugged Lord Shen. "Thanks, Po," with tears happiness in his eyes, said Lord Shen. "Thank you very much." "Not at all," said the panda. "Now dry your eyes and let wind walk." Really? Okay. Anyway. Lord Shen nodded, smiling, and pressed closer to Po, finally in for heavens. They walked for a long time, and sat down rest under a beautiful tree. Now it time to say goodbye. "Well, bye, Shen," said Po. "It was a pleasure to communicate with you." "Me too, Po," said Lord Shen. "You're a wonderful friend. I happy to know you." "Me too," said Po. "You're my best friend." Lord Shen confused. "You're mine, and not just the best and only one." Suddenly a peacock sadly bowed his head and whispered, "What will say in Jade Palace when find out about this? They probably very angry." "Don't angry," comforted Po the peacock. "I'm settled, I promise." "Thank you, Po," said Lord Shen. "You're welcome," said Po. "I'm so don't want to leave you, Shen." "Me too, Po," said Lord Shen. "Me too. But I must go, and you too. I promise that next time when we meet again, we come back to this place before the meeting." "Okay, before meeting, Shen," said Po. Lord Shen nodded and went, and Po, after standing and looking after him too, went to meet his own house on the ground. So that's been a bad fan fiction. And again, if you've read a bad fan fiction lately and you want me to read it, go ahead and send me the link on Twitter at @thealleytop. Thank you, bye-bye.